Hello, everyone. Ray Laker here with Next Level Mastermind, bringing you another course here in our classroom. Hopefully, you watched the first couple of videos. This is the first course that we have set up for you guys, which is about setting up your business or getting started, if you will. First one was the foundation of the business. Hopefully, you watch that. That's your back end, your websites, your CRM, your branded and non-branded domains, things like that. The second video was about setting up your profiles, taking advantage of all the free opportunity out there with different websites, Zillow and Realtor and Homes, and different things like that. Now we're going to dive into another part of the business. Again, working on the business, not just in the business. One of my favorite things, it always has been ever since I dropped out of college after about a year and went into sales and did a lot of different things, was goal setting, setting up your goals. What do you really want to accomplish? Now, this has evolved for me over the years on how to do goals because I found out that goals have to be detailed. You have to really detail your goals and understand how you're going to get there. The great Herman Edwards once said that a goal without a plan is just a wish. So I have people say, hey, "What's your goal this year?" And they'll say, 30 homes or 50 homes or $200,000 or whatever it is. But that's it. That's kind of their goal, and they don't really have any idea how they're going to get there. They don't know the path of getting there, all those type of things, and how that's going to evolve and how they're going to reach their goals. Where you set your goals is based on what you've done in the past. Obviously, if you're a brand new agent, it's a little different, but you should be tracking your history, depending on what you did last year and the year before. These should all line up for your goals. This is all part of it. So I'm going to dive right in here and share my screen. We're going to work out a goal, show you exactly how I figure out mine. So let's see here. I'm going to go to share my screen. And yep. Okay. So here is just a document. I'm just going to kind of show you so you can visually see it and kind of see how it works out and how you work it out in your head. So let's just start with something very random. What's your goal? Well, your goal for working has to start with income. I mean, that's where it is, right? You got to know how much money you need or how much money you want to make or how much money you want to try to make, however you want to look at that. But let's just pick some easy numbers. So let's say we want to make a gross income of $200,000. So this is your gross income, right? Your gross commission income that you get in a paycheck. This does not take out your taxes. It does not take out your expenses and your marketing and everything else that you do. This is the gross income that's going to be your goal this year. Again, I don't know what your goal is. It could be 100,000. It could be 500,000. It could be more. I don't know. So I'm just giving you an example of how to break it down easily. So then we look at that goal and we say, okay, $200,000 income. Well, now we've got to convert this into units. We got to convert this into sales. So taking your market into account, let's say what is your average, price of a home or average price that you do, not your market's median home price, but your median home price. Mine is slightly lower than what it is here in Tucson. The average home out here, I think, is around 435. I'm closer to like 365. So I sell a little less than the average or less than the median home price that goes on here. So, anyways, you have to take that in consideration. Again, that comes hopefully from what you've tracked in the past or looking at your history and where you're at on things. And obviously, you can try to raise that median home price, which a lot of people do. But this is really about figuring that out, figuring out where you're at. So let's just, again, keeping this simple. Let's say the price of the home is 300,000 and you usually get 3% on the home. So that's $9,000 a deal, gross income if you're a 100% agent. Maybe we take out some broker expenses or things like that. So we'll make it 8,000 per deal. Again, this is on a $300,000 house and 3%. And again, taking out some expenses. So let's figure 8,000 per deal. That means we would need, gotta use my calculator, right? So then you just simply take your number, very simply, 200,000 divided by 8,000 equals 25 deals, right? So this would equal 25 transactions. And again, you have to use your own numbers. We're just showing you the math here, right? So now we go to 25 transactions. I need 25 transactions total. And then I figure out, okay, maybe what I'm going to do listing side versus buyer side. Okay, so I'm going to break it down to another level. Well, let's say I'm going to sell 10 listings and 15 buyer sides. Okay, so that's again another level of breaking it down. And now, most importantly, the next level is the sources. What sources am I going to use to break this down, and how am I going to get these 25 transactions that ultimately will bring me to my goal of 200,000 gross income? So when I was on teams for years and built teams and was team leader, so everything was a little different. But as an individual agent, you can really get this down into small numbers, very small numbers of different sources and what you need to do from these sources. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to show you my little 2024 goal chart here, right here. Very simple. See, it's all handwritten. It's just for me. It's not fancy. It's my goals for the year. Okay. See over here, I have different sources that I can use. So for me, I have PPC, which is pay per click, sphere of influence, open house, partnership deals. These are 50-50 deals. So these are half deals. Sometimes I have agents that we partner up and do a deal and we split the commission. Agent referrals from like out of state people, past client referrals, sign calls, and then cold calls and social media. So I broke that down on my chart. So let me go back to sharing my screen here. So here we go. Let's go with sources. And you may have many more sources than me. I don't know, or different ones than I have. But I'm just going to take PPC, Sphere, open houses, partnership. Again, these are just 50-50 deals. Agent referrals, past client referrals, sign calls, cold calls, slash social media. Again, this is how I did it for this year that we're currently in, and I may change it up for next year. Goals are coming up, by the way. I don't know when you're watching this video, but right now, today is October 30th, 2024. And my goals need to be set in the next couple weeks because the real estate business ends in November, right? That's when it ends. If we do a deal in December, it's going to close in January. So the real estate year is December 1st all the way to November 30th. That's the real estate, the realtor scheduled calendar year, if you will. So again, my year is ending here in the next 30 days. I currently have 25 deals closed. I've got 6 active listings. I've got 2 under contract. Again, my goal was 39 homes. It was my goal, what I wanted to reach this year. Don't think I'm going to get there, right? But I should be over 30. I'm hoping I'll be 32. So I'll be fairly close to my goal, which is pretty good. So again, so I take that 39, or like in this case, let's see, we were at 25 transactions, and I start to think, okay, well, how many can I get from pay per click? I mean, it depends on how much you're spending on that, but let's just make a goal of, let's say, 6. 6 pay-per-click leads from my website all year. Sphere of influence. These are people I know. This is walking the walk and talking the talk, your friends, your family, people that you meet at social events, your church, whatever it is. Let's say sphere deals, I want to do, let's say three sphere deals. Open houses. Well, I don't know how many open houses you do, but I certainly need to try to do more of them. But let's say from open houses, I'd like to get 3 deals all year long. Partnership deals, again, these only count as half. Okay. So I'm going to put 4 there, but that's really, like I said, that's really 2 deals. Okay. Agent referrals. I'm hoping that this is agent referrals to me, not agent referrals I send out, right? These are agents that send me a deal so they count as a full transaction. Obviously, if I send one out, that's only a 25% deal normally. So on agent referrals, let's hope for 2. These are very small numbers. Past client referrals, let's go for 2. Sign calls. These are rare nowadays. I tell you, we're having a really hard time getting sign calls. I think nowadays, most people just put in the address and they figure out the price and the pictures and everything else, and they don't have to call the sign. So we're looking into some different things that we might do to get people to call in a number on the sign itself. It works in certain areas. Our active adult communities, 55 and older, people still use the phone to just call in. But let's go with sign calls. Again, let's just do the number 2. And then cold calls and social media, let's put a 3 in there. So if I add those up, 6, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 23. Too short. I'm too short. So let's up this. Let's go to 4 on Sphere. And let's do past client referrals and 3. Okay. So again, that's my chart, which I think I showed you before. Oh, I gotta stop sharing my screen again. So right here, I just showed you that before, but you can see, like I had PPC deals. I had what I have 10 as my goal, and I have 6 so far. Sphere, I had 5. I have 4 so far. Open House 3, I don't have any deals from an open house so far. Although I am about to close one. Partnership deals is 2, but again, that's only really 1 deal. Agent referrals 5, but my goal was 4. So you see how it works. You see how it works. Again, that's just a basic one for me. There, let's go back to the share. So yeah, this right here keeps it very manageable numbers, right? Very manageable numbers for you to see this. PPC 6, Sphere 4, Open House 3. And what this allows you to do is as you go throughout your year and you start to put together transactions, you can start to see what you're slipping on, where you're falling short. If I get to April or May and I have no past client referrals, I've got to step up my game. I've got to put into my time blocking, reaching out to past clients, talking to them, sending out, information emails or, sending out texts, whatever it is to try to generate some past client referrals to get to that number, which is just 3. I only need 3 past client referrals to reach that goal. So again, this is how you set a goal, and this is how you put together a plan to reach that goal. Okay, these are breaking down other goals. And in the next section, which we'll talk about time blocking, we're going to try to address these issues. We're going to try to address these sources that we're spending time on them in our business, not just on it, in our business to reach these goals. So again, hopefully that information helps. You guys can reach out to us, call us, email us, let us know what you're thinking, where your goals are. We'd love to hear how you set your goals and how you reach your goals, how you put together that plan. So please, again, this is all about getting you to the next level, and goal setting is crucial on getting you to that next level. Okay.